use us as cliff notes and just make sure that you go back and try to confirm what we're talking about. Because there's a lot of shows out there. Anybody can be a content provider. Um, but how many people out there are going after the news and trying to tell the different stories? And that's what we try to do. You may not like everything that we do, but at the end of the day, we do give you the truth. So I'm going to tell you some of the shows since I've been doing this that I really liked. One show is called Savvy. And Savvy is savvy. Okay, she's a lady that puts a lot of effort into her work. I was really enamored when I saw her show. She gives a lot of stories, a lot of information. She investigates a lot of stuff. I think it's a good show to watch. Not saying that you agree with some of these shows that I'm giving you, but if you watch them, you can tell that they do put a lot of hard work. Tim Black. Now, he's an interesting guy. He talks about don't let anybody take your cornbread away. That's his slogan. I like his show because he does give another spin. He has Dr. West on there a bunch of times because he is a Dr. West fan. But he's not liked by some people too. But I give him credit for getting his story out. Chris Cuomo, the former anchor of CNN, he's kind of changed since he went from CNN to streaming. He's a little bit more out there in his views. He tries to still be journalistically correct, but I think sometimes he misses the boat. There's one show. This guy, he's got like 5 other people on his show. It's called PBD. And he does investigate. He has a lot of power. He has a lot of good guests on his show. He asks a lot of questions. And I think he's fair. So check him out. Pan African Strikes Back. And this guy, I like him because he's a guy that does things, literally, he can talk about African American things, he can talk about social events, he can talk about worldly events. Very smart man. You know her, you love her, you just can't get enough of her, Megyn Kelly. Everybody knows her. I've gotten a couple guests from her show. Of course, she's a very smart person. She's had her highs and lows. She was on Fox, she was on NBC, and now she's doing her show, one of the most popular podcasts out there, but a good show. Shannon and Ocho. All right. Football players, 2 former football players who do a show called Nightcap, and it comes on, man, 12, maybe 11:30 at night, a couple times a week, and they talk sports, and they talk events, and they talk anything, and they give advice. It's a great show at the end of the day, and they have fun, just to sit back and relax. Dear Woke Christian, it's a show, if you're into religion, and you're into news and politics, but with a spiritual slant, let's say like Fannie Willis being promoted by ministers when she was the one that supposedly had an affair. He will question that, but he'll put a biblical stance to it. Really good show. The Lead Attorney. Now this guy, he analyzes briefs, legal briefs, and he tries to put them in layman's terms. And I like it because I've learned a lot. I tried to do some shows like the Cassie brief and also Fannie Willis. And I'll get the briefs and I'll try to break it down too so we can understand it. I'm not an attorney, but he was. And it's an enjoyable show. Not too long ago, he did a show where he was on air for about, 8 hours. He said it was his longest streaming show he's ever done. 8 hours. He was on from 11 at night till about 8 in the morning. And he talked about legal briefs. He talked to people. He gave advice. He had fun. And he really loves what he does. Agenda Free TV. This is one where this guy, he doesn't give any opinion whatsoever. He just talks about news. I don't know how he finds the time to do it, but he'll come on any late breaking news. He'll come on and he'll cover it journalistically. Okay. He's not personality driven. He's straight journalist. Okay. I don't know if he has a life because he's on and he's covering everything, but Agenda Free TV and Trish Reagan. I like her show because she's fun, she's relatable, she's simple, and she puts news in a way that we all can understand. So these are some of my favorite YouTube shows. And Coffee, I forgot his name now. He's an interesting guy because he's a guy that created Dilbert, and every day he comes on and he just talks. Well, he's very controversial too. He talks about all the news, and sometimes I think he says things just to be controversial. But these are some of the shows that I have watched since I've been doing this show. So I thank you for, giving me material from some of these shows to do my shows. And try not to see short forms, long forms, what days and times. Do you like a show that's overnight? Do you like a show that's newsy? Do you like a show that's more entertainment? What do you like? What do you like to see? Let me know. And we'll see about doing it. Because that's what we do. We do things with a Parker twist. Keeping it simple, keeping it real, keeping it honest.